What's up, YouTube? We're back with another little video. And there's a dog over there if you hear some stuff going on in the background. But he's taking a dump right now. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing as good as you can be, as good as you can get in the moment that you're in now. If it's bad, I'm sorry. If you're going through it, I'm sorry. But like I say, everything's temporary, so it'll be over eventually. Yeah, just out here admiring the nature and admiring that dog over there chilling in the woods. And the sun, it's beaming today. But it's not too hot. It's starting to turn fall. All the leaves are starting to fall now, so yeah. But anyways, I wanted to make a video about ourselves. Ourself. What is something about ourselves that we know deep down inside, but we don't accept it for what it is? And that is the fact that the only thing stopping yourself from doing anything, whether it's a dream, a goal, an activity, a habit, pattern, it's you. You're the only one stopping yourself. Because you see, in this world that we live in, it's all one world, the external and internal world. The external world is there for the sole reason of triggering you. You, as in the internal world. It's meant to trigger your mind, your body, and your soul, so that it can purge everything within, so that you can clear yourself. You can clear your mind, you can clear your soul, you can clear your awareness, so that it's a lot more clear, it's a lot more fine-tuned, it's a lot more peaceful. You'll be dealt with triggers that are meant for you to be triggered by. Doesn't matter who it's by, where it's at, when. It's in the exact moment that it's supposed to be for you to be triggered by. But once you start to realize that everything is just a test almost, to see if you are going to take action from your best self or action from lower vibrational behaviors, or if your internal world is going to try to stop you. See, the external world is a mirror of your internal world. As in, your subconscious mind is all of this. It's all of this. All of this world as one thing. The external and internal are not separate things. They're one thing. Just as all things are. But the reason why the external world is supposed to be so easy to attach to is because it's there to test if you're going to attach to it. It's there to test if you're going to react to the external world. It's there to test to see if you can handle your highest self or not. And the reason why I say that is because your highest self, you, your true self, It's always there. Whether it's in the back of your mind or the forefront of your mind, but it's always there. And it's up to you to determine if you want to take action towards those higher actions, those higher vibrational patterns, those higher vibrational actions, because the only thing you can do is control your actions. That's the only thing you can do. You can't control your thoughts, you can't control your emotions, you can't control your feelings. And the external world, no matter what way it manifests as, okay? It could be a relationship, it could be a job, it could be maybe a habit that you're addicted to, something, you know. The external world is only there so it will trigger that internal reaction. And once, sorry, looking at the dog. Once you are aware of that internal reaction, whether it's a thought, a feeling, an emotion that's triggered within you, the test is to see if you're going to attach to that thought, that feeling, that emotion. So, the external world triggers you. And then, since the external world triggers you, your mind and being is going to trigger a reaction, whether it's an emotion, a thought, or feeling. And it's up to you what you do when that is in your awareness, okay? It's up to you what you do when that thing, whatever it manifests as, like I said, thought, a feeling, or emotion, it's up to you what you do with it. Now, a lot of people assume that when thoughts, feelings, and emotions occur, you have to take action towards them. A lot of people feel like that's the only thing they can do, is to do something towards whatever it is being triggered within them. Whether it's an action, a thought, a feeling, or an emotion, like I keep saying. So, when those thoughts, feelings, and emotions stir up within you from that trigger from the external world, which is essentially the mirror of your subconscious, that's what the external world is, it's the mirror of your subconscious. It's going to trigger on purpose the things you don't know about yourself. That's what the external world does. That's what it's there for. But when it comes to the internal world, it's easy to detach and not attach to the external world. But for the internal world, it's a lot harder for some people. And the reason why is because they believe that they are only the mind and nothing more. They sit in a state of consciousness that is human consciousness rather than unity, universal, one consciousness. And that's the thing, when you become aware of the consciousness that is within human consciousness, you start to realize that all of this is an illusion. All of this external world stuff, this internal world stuff, this and that, the healing you so-called have to do, the love that you so-called have to have, all the stuff that is normal or the path of a human life, it all starts to fade away. It all starts to seem so pointless. Because what's the point if at the end of the day, the inevitable is going to happen? The end of a human life. Man, I swear, every time I'm recording, there's always something going on. There's always something. There's either a person yelling or screaming, a neighbor doing something, a plane or a train. But it is what it is. I guess we're just gonna rock with it, Whatever flows, I guess. But with all those illusions, once you realize all is an illusion, you will start to detach from the illusions. And when you detach from the illusions, you start to realize the truth. You start to sit in a flowing consciousness. Because rather than trying to do anything or attaching to anything, you're just sitting there as the consciousness. You're not doing anything with it. You're not doing with your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. You're not doing anything on the external world. You're just sitting there being in the flow state, conscious of everything that happens within you, as in within your mind, body, and soul, and within the external world. Though the external world, that's a completely different topic that I'm going to talk about right now. So the external world, once you get past that point where you realize all is an illusion, the external world it's a game to you. You start to live life unseriously. You start to let go of feeding stress. You start to let go of feeding fear. You start to let go of feeding doubt, because you realize everything on the outside doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to worry about anything or fixate on anything in the external world. So then once you get there, you detach from the external world. You're not affected by it anymore. Nothing can trigger you anymore, because you realize everything is there to test your attachment. Then you get to the internal world, and then a lot of people's internal world, whether it's the mindset, the energy you carry about yourself, aka the soul, and your body. Sometimes it gets dark for a lot of people. And the only reason why we go through those dark times is so that we can become stronger than who we were previously 1 second ago. Because we aren't the same person in every moment that we exist. We're always changing and evolving and thinking differently and feeling differently in every given moment. Everything's always new. Nothing's ever old. The only thing that's old is patterns and cycles that we attach to and cling on to simply because it's comfortable. But if you're living life in the comfort zone, in that comfortability, you're not going to live your life to the fullest that it could be. Because a lot of the times, our path is that of which we fear the most. It's that of which we worry the most. It's that of which tortures our mind. And once you embrace whatever it is that is bugging at you or picking at you or poking at you, you start to realize, wow, that was nothing. All that fear and doubt and worry for what? Exactly for what? The only reason why it's there is so it can keep yourself down. Is so it can keep you low rather than high. It's there to test if you're capable of doing what you're capable of. It's there to test your attachment. It's there to test your whole being. Everything is here and is in existence for the test. This experience in itself, you experiencing this human experience as the experience, It's all a test. It's nothing more. And it's not meant to be taken seriously. Yes, there are points in our lives where we're going to have to take on that seriousness, because some moments you're meant to be serious in. You got to focus up. You got to be responsible. You got to be mature. But in most cases, everything isn't meant to be taken seriously. Because if you take things seriously, you take things personal. You take things personal, it's going to cause a reaction within you. And that reaction within you is going to cause a lot more stirred energy up within you than you think, whether it shows up as a thought, a feeling, or an emotion. It's about awareness. It's about consciousness. It's about unity. It's about being. I'm trying to figure out where the dog went. I don't know. I think they're... Oh, he's over there. I think he's trying to find another spot to pee or something, mark his territory. But yeah. All of this is an illusion. Even your mind. But people will only be able to take the information and knowledge and wisdom that I have at their consciousness level. So it's not up to me if you understand it. It's not up to me if you take it. It's up to you. It's up to you. And that's the beautiful part. Free will. Free will as in actions have consequences. Karma, whatnot. Whatever you want to call it. Look at this dog right here. All a test. External world, internal world. It's one thing, but it's not real. And some people get confused on that point where they say, well, I'm here, so it must be real, right? But think about it. Imagine, this is going to be a metaphor, okay? A metaphor because this is the easiest way I can put it. Imagine you're God one day. All right? And one day, you just go about your life. And you wonder to yourself, what if I just dream? What if I go into a dream? And then I can do whatever I want there. I can be whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. So then you do it. But that things get interesting. Because you start to realize it's not fun anymore doing what you want. It's not fun anymore being in that certainty. Having everything now and when you want it. It's too much power. It gets boring because there's no duality in that ultimate good that you have then. So then the next dream, when you choose to dream, you choose to dream within a dream. So then you wake up from that dream. But then you ask yourself, is this the dream or is this reality? Exactly. You don't know. And that's the thing. Life, consciousness, the external world, the internal world, everything that exists is unknown. And everything that happens and is going to happen is unknown. But that's okay. That's the beautiful part of life. The mystery, the unknown. The fact that everything is going to be new in all moments. That's beautiful. But a dream within a dream. So you wake up from that dream. And you're terrified. You're terrified because you don't know if it's a dream or if it's real. It's funny. It's funny. All of this is funny. And see, that's the thing. Once you get to the point where you realize everything is an illusion, and you start to live life in flow and stop taking it seriously, your energy, your mind, your body, your whole life will be changed. Changed for the better. Not changing you specifically, but changing your life, your perspective, how you go about daily life, how you see daily life, how you feel and think in daily life. Anyways, I think that's going to be the end of the video. But yeah, I guess basically the premise of this video was that all is an illusion. The external world and the internal world. And that you're meant to detach from all that exists. That's hard because a lot of people, they believe detaching is an action. It's not. You're not doing anything when you detach. You're simply doing nothing, and that's it. You're just flowing, and that's it. You're not even doing anything to flow, because when something's flowing, it's not doing anything. It's just flowing. And that's the thing. We're always just flowing, whether conscious or not, of that flow state that we're always in. Anyways, I love you. Stay present. Stay safe. Peace.